News. The dev rugged the whole project. I feel like crying, you know. It's all in my head. It's a lot of mental stress. Of course, I feel so sorry for other people that invested as well. Like one guy who's a student in school in Nigeria, and he put like 7 Solana as life savings in it. I feel sorry about people in the situations. I personally lost over 30K. Um, the dev doesn't respond. I'll show you what happened. Like even on the Telegram, which I mean, I'll take some responsibility because I could have had possibly another dev to cross check his work. This is the last message I sent him saying, "Hey, how could you do this? I have a child. You know, how could you do this whole community? Do you have any heart? You know, there's a place in hell for people like you." The token crashed so fast, it was tracked that it went to MEXC exchange. I'm a US citizen. I don't even have access to that exchange. We have people on the Telegram talking about it. I have some support. Like some people feel sorry. Some people are crying, saying they want their money back. My plan is to be able to refund everyone the money. I don't have it right now, but I'm not the type of person to give up on a dream. I've had this idea, and other petitioners have thought of similar concepts to end fraud in the petition industry and create integrity in the system. And you know, it's a future forward concept. It's a future proof concept to create the ultimate contingency plan for people to resist government with our own ballot initiatives. I'm actually working right now. I have a campaign. I was at the DMV this morning working, but I couldn't keep working under the stress without saying something about what happened. So just making a video because I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving crypto. I'm not leaving my dedication to this exact project. So everyone who put tokens in, don't delete your wallets. Don't disappear from the Telegram. In fact, I hope to bring in more people, and I'm going to pivot into another area because I fortunately do have some assets left. Like everybody needs to understand, you know, risk management. And you never want to put all your money into one project or idea. So even myself, I didn't put everything in. I got taken for a lot more money than I expected to cost because of all the Solana fees to actually launch the products, the decentralized exchange, the staking, the launchpad. And I had all these projects set up and I paid my developer well. And I really don't understand how people that have skills that are in demand skills like blockchain development could be so heartless and steal from people that want to build a community behind a real utility, behind a real project. This was like a meme coin. The crazy thing is meme coins that have absolute bullshit, just a picture and an idea do sometimes millions. But me, you know, in this unjust world puts all my effort, like a huge amount of my portfolio into developing this. And just to have myself ripped off is such a heartbreaker, especially since, you know, I really wanted to trust this dev like family. And I told him like I would take care of him and that with the project success, I want to give him more work. It was just a couple days ago, he was telling me that he needs more work. And he's like, "Hey man, I have bills to pay. Can't you help me out?" I was like, "Dude, you are an independent contractor. I paid you for your work and you have skills to get plenty of work." So just I was very calm and cool with him. I said, "Bro, these are my ideas. I'll help you out." I told him to dox himself better because that is one problem. He almost comes across like he could be fake, like his profile could be fake. And I take responsibility to the degree that I got duped and there could have been things to do to prevent that. Like, you know, I'm thinking that, you know, hiring a second dev, but I also am limited on capital. Hiring a second dev to cross check his work would have been good. To dox him better would have been good, but I hired him through Fiverr. So right now I'm waiting for Fiverr to get back to me. I told him, look, this guy's a complete scam. He ripped me off all this money. It's financial crime. I'm going to report him to the FBI. He is deleting the messages manually from his Telegram. He's clearly not just deleting his Telegram because he needs it for more work. And when I logged in, he was on Fiverr looking for work, but he doesn't want to respond to me on Fiverr. He doesn't want to respond to me on Telegram. And unfortunately, those are the only ways to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a nasty review for him on his LinkedIn as possible. But it clearly was him. He built a back door to rug the whole program, or his other devs did, and they didn't check it. What also doesn't make sense to me is that we had these warning signs from Blowfish, the company working with Solana, about the risks of dealing with these smart contracts. There could be risks. And we had to appeal. I had to appeal to them to look at the code, which we have in a GitHub. So, you know, they looked through it and they actually cleared it. They cleared it. They cleared the warning signs. I'm wondering what job do they actually do for the Solana community when they can clear a project that can still rug pull? It seems so sketchy. Like, so many meme coins are scam, and that's really what gave Solana so much of a boost is the meme coin, pump fund, and all this. It just makes me just like lose heart in a lot of ways. But I'm determined that I'm not the type of person just to give up on a dream. I worked in the petition industry for 20 years. I know that there's a solution, that blockchain has to be the answer because it's supposed to be this way to prevent things like this, like rug pulls. And it's hard for me to even crack a smile. I'm so devastated. Like, I really just want to cry. I'm emotionally distraught. I have had other things happen in my past that were arguably more devastating, that somehow like toughened me up so that I'm not just bawling and drinking alcohol and stuff right now. I'm not going to either. I'm sober. I've been sober for a long time. I quit drinking when I was 21. I used cannabis for years, but I'm sober on cannabis right now, and I'm not going to go smoke this Florida weed that it has Delta 9 and stuff. It's not going to fix any problem. I'm doing a live video. Mom, what do you want to say, Mom?
I'm going to deliver something to Jack, and then I'll be back.
Okay, I'll see you when you come back.
Okay.
So I'm staying at my mom's house right now because I'm in Florida. She lives in Clearwater. And I'm working on a petition campaign here for maybe a number of months. Although I really want to be in Arizona. I really wanted to just launch this project, but it was hard to get people investing. Even when I removed the warnings with Blowfish, and I went through it, and they reviewed the whole decentralized exchange. They reviewed the launch pad and everything. Apparently, this is all I understand, is that the warnings were then removed from doing transactions. So I thought that was meaning it was on the up and up, and I thought I could trust my dev. He was hired on Fiverr, and that's the whole point of Fiverr, is supposed to protect people from these kind of incidences. But he's a scammer, and this guy ruined me and so many other people. It's so heartbreaking. Mostly because it's such an altruistic concept to give people power with ballot initiatives. But the reality is he did not destroy the project. He did steal our capital. But there's going to be another way to get out of this. And my plan is to I do have a vision to be a millionaire. I have multiple resources to do that. I have amazing businesses, and I want to refund every single person, every single penny. There's about 30K, no, it's 40K in Meteora, and he could only liquidate down to the original locked liquidity, which is very low right now. It says it's only 5K, but I don't understand. It was 17K the other day because of the price of Solana. I don't even know how that happened on Meteora. I don't. This is why I'm determined. I need to learn blockchain myself and learn how to code and know the resources to get other people checking the code so this can't happen again. I want this to be the silver lining that makes me so determined to finish learning the AI agents, because I have the courses. I started getting into that. Finish and actually go through blockchain development course. I am so dedicated to doing that. But I also recognize the need to have money. I put in I'm over 90K in debt to credit cards for this project investments. Some of that I was able to get into Bitcoin, so I'm waiting for that to pop off, which, you're not supposed to sell your Bitcoin, but if there's any kind of comeback to this, I have to be really careful with risk. I listened to a lot of entrepreneurs, and I thought I was doing everything right for hiring this Fiverr as a broker for the deal to protect me, and I'm waiting to hear back from their customer service. Let me see if they wrote me anything now. They just, last message I got, they said that they would respond in a little bit. But I hope that this guy is punished, and I hope that the FBI can come after him. He's from Serbia. I know his name is Pitar, at least that's what I think, and that's all I know. He could even, I don't know if he can set up a fake account on Fiverr. I guess that would be kind of difficult. I don't know his last name, but I definitely will see if I can find that out from Fiverr and report him to the Serbian authorities as well, because it's a financial crime. With his skills, he can make so much money. I don't understand how there's so many scammers in the space when they could just help people build valuable products. It makes a lot of people that get into the space never want to go back. I talked to people in the past that got scammed with Bitcoin. They sent it somewhere. They got in early on, and then they said, I'm never going to get into Bitcoin again. Oh, they don't understand it. I understand it to a degree better. It makes me just so much more bullish for Bitcoin and Bitcoin-based DeFi. But who's to say there's not going to be scams on that as well? They can build back doors. Just because it's on the blockchain, then the back door can be on the blockchain. I had no other audit other than what I thought was with Blowfish. I thought they would review the code and verify that it's decent. And then the rug doctor said that it had like a green score. It was decent. The token was decent. The project was decent from all angles. The only other thing I could do is pay for an auditor, but that comes after the fact. We're very early. We only had 72 holders, and a lot of us were staking into this platform, and now it's all gone. I can't even go to the site. It says error 404. This is how the dev ruined me. He destroyed the whole project. And he didn't even finish delivering the rest of the code, so I would have to build it again from scratch. But I'm going to learn from my mistakes, and I'm going to not give up. What he did not take away from me in our community is that AI development for the actual signature verification. I have an MVP that worked. My dev and I are talking this week to have it installed on my computer because he had it on his end. It was going to be installed, but now he's telling me I should really just deploy it, which has more costs, and I should just deploy it. Upon deploying it, it's going to be useful for the campaigns in California for my work and other people I could sell it to as a franchise because I do have a vision for that. But it's not going to have a purpose right away other than possibly getting contracts. If I get one petition contract to run a statewide campaign, I would have enough capital that I could pay off all my developers. So my vision is to prioritize what I can fix, what I can work on, and get the money back for all the people, because I'm not the type of person just to disappear. I'm not the type of person to just allow this to happen and give up. I'm heartbroken, guys. I'm so sad at what happened. I have to explain this to so many people now, and people that invested heavily. Some people lost many thousands of dollars. One guy's telling me he lost 7.3 Solana. Yeah, one guy's saying, I'm literally dead. I'm going to stop school. I'm literally dead. I feel sorry for him. Hey, bro, I sympathize with you. I'm not disappearing. I'm doing a live stream right now. I'm explaining everything. The project is not dead because he can't steal the actual fundamental utility of the AI. I have paid other worthwhile developers in building and finishing. I have other devs that built the AI-backed utility for this project that has not disappeared. But all of our investments are gone for now until I can refund them, and I do plan to. I don't know what to tell you. If you put all your money in there, that's the learning lesson you need to have early on. I'm not saying this to be mean, but you have to learn risk management in general. We all have to. I've made mistakes in crypto. Many people have made mistakes, bro. I really am sorry. I want to get your money back. I do not have the 7.3 Solana. I have $90,000 in debt. I have a small amount of Bitcoin out of complete transparency because I, unlike you, did not put everything into this project. I put a huge amount of my portfolio, and I borrowed credit card money to pay this guy on Fiverr. Some of that money was used to make sure he could get the Solana. He's flipped that into Solana, and he launched this DEX. But I don't know what to tell you, man, other than just watch my video I'm doing live and hopefully get some answers and stay part of the community. I did just drop some alpha in there about an upcoming layer 2 airdrop that hopefully can help you and I and other people rebound to a degree. And I'm going to continue to look for other resources to help us rebound with any capital we have left. The airdrops are a great resource for that because you can just move your money around and you can get these points and you can get a nice airdrop. It should be the biggest airdrop of 2025. So go ahead and check out that in the Telegram group, and hopefully we can get some justice from this with the FBI and Fiverr, and I'll be updating everybody. So stay here and just know I'm committed to this project no matter what. And I really appreciate you for being an investor in this project. I lost everything too, man. We're all the same. So, if all of us were in a stick-up heist by a robber at a gun, you can't ask the security guard who is supposed to be there when he's outnumbered by the robbers that he needs to give you your money back, or the bank where the heist happened needs to give you money back because they allowed a robber to get in there. We are all victims, so put yourself in my shoes as well, please. And I'm going to do everything I can to help you rebound from this as I can. I can't just directly send you money. That'd be like refunding everybody all the money. That's like $70K, which I don't have. I'm $90K in debt and my bank account is depleted. I'm supposed to be working right now, hence this see, that's my name. I'm doxxed. Okay, Nicholas Guillermo. I'm working on the cannabis legalization campaign here in marijuana, in Florida. And I don't even smoke cannabis. Okay. I'm not high. I don't drink. I'm not going to abuse myself and go, down a river and say like I'm dead. Like, don't have suicidal thoughts, bro. It's just money. Money will come and go. You need to finish school, man. That's the rebound. Just like I need to finish school. Like, I'm going to go and I'm going to get my insurance license. I'm going to finish learning the AI agents, and I'm going to learn blockchain. I have access to an academy. I'm going to learn that. I'm going to learn everything I can to rebound and bring this community back from the dead, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. So stay here, bro. Stay confident. Your life has value. You just need to make this the one lesson so you never over invest in anything ever again, and build from there. Our lives will continue, and we can have great success if we stick together. I'm not going to ask you for another dime. I'm not going to ask anyone for any investment into any of my projects. The petitioner meme coin, possibly. That is on, oh man, a lot of those got rugged too, huh? I got to check the petitioner chart because those were in the decentralized exchange. I'm sure he rugged those too. Yeah, man. Um, but a meme coin's not going to solve this problem. I would like to say the petitioner meme coin would be cool if people would rebound that, but it's not. That's not going to solve this problem. I don't even have more money to buy into my own petitioner coin right now. Like, I need to pick myself up from my own bootstraps, as we all do. Just stay in the community, bro. I really appreciate you for being here, and take a deep breath. Do some exercise. That's what I'm about to do after this. After this call, I'm going to exercise, and I'm going to get my head straight and focus on what I can do, not what I can't do, because that will only leave us in anxiety. Take a deep breath and realize we will be okay from this. It's just a learning lesson. And there is karma. It is real, and this dev will pay for it, if not in this life, in the next. I believe in karma. So we can rebound from this, brother. Have peace in your heart. We'll make it work. What other dev leaves 5-minute personal messages for people that get rugged? Yeah, everyone's asking. Shit. Yeah. It's so sad. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't have access to my personal wallet. Oh, there is one other side wallet that he does have the codes for, because it only had a little bit for the staking rewards. Let's see if there's money in there. If the money's not in there, oh yeah, he totally rugged from that wallet too. Oh yeah, it is him. He rugged from the. I only had it was like 1 Solana in the wallet that was for. Oh, I know it's him. It's not. I knew it was him. Anyways, the only way. But now I see that in the Soulflare wallet I set up, which was tokens specifically for the referral rewards, because otherwise he would have had to relaunch the whole smart contract. Would have cost 5 Solana. So we said if we just did that, I put 1 Solana in there. I had so many tokens, and he rugged that too. It 100% was him. So fucked. Man, I would go there and strangle him with my own hands if I could. Okay, let's see. Violence is not the answer, but he should go to jail. He should go to a horrible jail in Serbia. I'm sure the jails aren't pretty. And I will report him to their authorities. That's all there's to it. I have so much proof. But see, in the Telegram app, they erase all these messages. So that's how they get away with it. That's how he got away with it. Oh my God. So crazy. So I'm just leaving a message in the Telegram group right now. All right. So, I made this video about how I'm going to rebound. I'm going to get into the insurance industry and make money. I'm going to learn coding and make money. I want to learn how to build it myself and get it cross-checked and follow all the steps properly so that it can happen. And I'm also going to reach out to VCs and just tell my story. This is such a valuable project. It can't just die because we got scammed by this dev. I'm not going to give up. And yeah, I'm just leaving a report. Now I know it was him 100%, of course. It wasn't some other hacker, because even the wallet that had the referral rewards, which had 1 Solana and 1 million tokens, is completely emptied. He was the only other person with the passcode. I'm going to report him to the Serbian authorities for financial crimes once I get some more details from Fiverr about his last name. I don't think he's going to get away with this. He could, maybe he will. But I really hope not, and I hope that there's justice. So sad. This wallet had 1,000,000 tokens and Solana, and he stole the money from this wallet too. So it 100% was him. And I'm going to follow up with you guys. Don't leave this community. I'm going to make it up to you. Whether it's this year during this bull market or it's during the bear market, with my success in the insurance business, in all of my other entrepreneurial pursuits, in developing AI, which is something I'm starting to study, and with my blockchain development goals, I will make it up to every single investor. We can track tokens on the blockchain. I hope all of you just stick around and stay part of my community, because I personally will make it up to you. I have some genuine integrity here for everyone to benefit from. I'm not going to leave you. So sad. A lot of people are just going to leave and give up and never talk to me again. I get it. Some of them will. Some of them will. It's fucked up, though. It's so fucked up. So what do I do? Just got to double down on being productive. So sad, because I just paid for the WordPress blog, which I'm going to publish all the blogs. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to tell the story. This is not the first time I had a dev rip me off. The very first time I paid a developer was this guy Pablo in Tucson, who's supposed to build this, just a website and shopping cart and certain things that at the time were a lot more difficult. This was like over 15 years ago. And he ripped me off like 10K right when my child was born, right when I needed that to help make money and build a community in Tucson and Arizona where I live. You know, I filed 5 ballot measures. Like, I'm serious. Like, my name's on Ballotpedia. You know, I have integrity to build this project out. I have a working MVP. He didn't steal that, everyone. We have an MVP. That means that I'm in the ballpark for getting a contract still, and I'm going to pursue that. So upon getting one contract, upon getting an extra 70K beyond my life expenses and needing to pay off my credit card, I'm 100% dedicated to bringing this back from the ashes, like a phoenix rising from the grave. And it will be amazing when it comes back, and all the haters and all the scammers will witness, hopefully one day, that I was successful without them, and they'll realize that they're still trying to do petty grifting and scamming. And I believe that this will still be a success, because I'm not the kind of person just to give up because I run into a roadblock. But again, I'm not going to ask anyone for any money. I want to refund people outright. I want to create a token that has an airdrop, and every single person who had their wallets associated with this, who did staking and put money in the liquidity pool, should get a full refund with a new evaluation of a new token. And I'm going to learn how to do that. Upon getting the blockchain skills, I understand you can make a couple $100,000 a year, 500,000 a year, maybe even, if you have great projects you work on, great people to work with. And I'm so determined. The passion in my heart is so on fire to make this comeback. I'm not going to leave you guys. I'm not going to give up. This is a project that needs to happen for the petition industry, for the world, for direct democracy in general, for people to have empowerment, to stop corruption in government. It has to happen. And, you know, it's just so sad. Even the people involved in scams, I don't understand, like, what part of them just doesn't realize, even if they got away with some scams, like, they need to find Jesus. They need to find the love. That working with the community would have worked out so much better. They can go from scam to scam, but this guy's not going to just walk away from this. I'm going to leave a mark. I'm going to find out from Fiverr. Let me see if they wrote me back yet, because I need to get this situated. I have 2 blockchain courses. I have 1 major blockchain course, 2 AI courses. I almost just want to sit down and just do that all day now, but I have to also meet my quota for this week. So in the next 15 minutes, I actually have to leave the home, and I need to go, and I need to work. And just all this going through my head while I work is just so crazy. But the work will also distract me a little bit. And then tonight I'm going to be up, like, I won't be able to sleep. I'm going to be up, and I'm going to be studying to make a comeback. I'd like to invite anybody else who wants to be a part of that. Look, I have access to some great AI courses and blockchain courses. And with the time I have allocated with anyone who wants to be part of my tight community, I'm willing to share the information so that they can also develop skills. So you could also have skills in these areas to come up. I would like to bring other people with me. That's what I'm about. That's why I created this equity program. In fact, it was a miscalculation to a degree. And I will admit that, because if I had rather paid for finishing the AI tools for validation, instead of the blockchain, instead of like wanting to help others and give equity to you all, if I just did it for myself initially to build the tools that are going to disrupt the whole petition industry, I would have actually covered the cost, the final cost for the updated model. So I'm going to have to come back and do that first next. I have to do that. I have to build the AI tools that are the fundamental value behind that whole blockchain that has a potential of being $1 billion evaluation for real. The industry will be not the same with this launch. So I need to find a VC. I have an amazing white paper with all the details there. I have it all set up. So I need to be able to reach out to the VCs. Someone will have sympathy and be like, dude, this is an amazing project. I'm so sorry you had that loss. And some amazing VC, some angel investor could potentially come through and see that this is such a worthwhile project that they would also be willing to fork over the 70K, which is like, half a day's worth of income for some people that are up there in status. And they could just fix all this. They could fix it for the small investors, and we could have a project that could reach the billions of evaluation. How is that possible? Because this AI software works. I'm cool to show it to anybody. I'd have to edit the video because it has people's names and addresses of real petitions that are being scanned. And you can't share that by law. Like, it's jail time, federal felonies. I think it's federal felonies. I think so, if someone prosecutes you. But that's why I would have an NDA and I could show you. Petitioners see all this information all day. But yeah, I can't even show the MVP until I get those blurred out. There's some petitioners I've showed it to because they work in the industry. There's potential that I can do that actually probably pretty soon, because that's one of the things. I also just want to justify what this all investment was about for the people that didn't see the MVP. If I make another Fiverr order for getting that video cleaned up and putting blur marks over these moving names on the screen, then I can show it to people and people will see, wow, this is legit. And it's going to be useful this year in California in August when petitions campaigns pop off. And I hope that I can reestablish myself outside of the petition industry. I don't want to just have to go back to make money doing the actual petitions, even though that's where the money is. I'd rather be able to focus on the executive aspect of growing this project, but now I'm at a loss. I can't do that because the whole decentralized exchange is ripped out from under me. Anyway, everyone, I need to compress or decompress. I need to focus my thoughts and focus my heart on the right intention of doing things for myself for a little bit, to take care of myself. That's developing skills, that's navigating the airdrops. I invite people that are in the Telegram to look at the post I made about the airdrop. That is real alpha. There's going to be one of the biggest airdrops in 2025. And I have more of those, and I have so much more value I can share with people. I almost feel like just opening up the Discord that I was going to charge money for. No one had the money because I associate with people that just like are poor. They're Nigerians. Not to say that all Nigerians are poor, that the people investing are all poor. Like, people had crypto to invest, and they have more money than those that don't have crypto. They have more intelligence, more education, understanding economics to invest in crypto in the first place as an alternative to fiat. So everybody that got in early, that got rugged here, just recognize that you're at least ahead of, 80, 90% of the world, 95% of the world. So we can make a comeback. You probably only need one Solana or something to be a millionaire in so many years. Bitcoin's the ultimate, though. Solana could be replaced by the next upcoming shiny thing. Even Ethereum looks like it's being threatened, but I don't think Ethereum's going to disappear. They still have the most devs, and they have a game plan to come back strong. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Everyone, I need to grieve. I need to explain this to my friends and family. And I need to come back. I need to pay off my credit card debt. Fortunately, it's business credit card debt, so it doesn't ruin me entirely. But oh, what a headache. The plan was to grow the project and get the exchange fees. If we reach like $1 million market cap, then I could pay off on my credit card debt. I just paid for all kinds of marketing tools and domains and all kinds of things. Now I'm going to have to pivot and figure out what to do with all this. but I'm not giving up. And hopefully it will inspire other entrepreneurs in the future and future generations, because to be someone who started this project as someone that doesn't give up should be the greatest story of a comeback ever, that it will inspire people for future generations, because this ultimately is a game-changing platform. The idea and the protocol of using AI to do this validation and having e-democracy on the blockchain and all these ideas is really a futurist concept that is ultimately future proof. Because until all corruption in government disappears, we need to have a contingency plan as citizens to resist the corruption and overturn it, beyond just waiting for the next election. And that's where direct democracy has teeth, and it can hold on to a real future. It is the final revolution, if it is a revolution at all. It's evolution of government, and it's the pinnacle of where government and governance should be. So it's not going to disappear just because I got rugged like over 30K and I had other people rugged. I personally know someone who lost like 4K, and I know some other people. This guy lost 7 Solana. I feel sorry for him. He's in Nigeria. The economy's so bad there. The poor boy needs that money. But he also needs to learn risk management. We all do. We all do. And that was where my lesson is risk management. What I should have done possibly is hired a second developer to look at every single item this guy's doing and an auditor to watch it. And I should have been more thorough with not giving him the review and all these things he asked for on Fiverr. But Fiverr's going to reach back out to me. I can contact authorities. It is so evident and clear that it was him. All it takes is a simple investigation. He's the only one that had the password to that second wallet. He's the only one that had the ability to create a backdoor on this project. He created a financial fraud. He is guilty, and I hope he sees jail time, because I don't like criminals. And I don't understand how people with skills would do this. That's my last final thought. If you are also equally as devastated, you know what the ultimate payback is? It's being extremely successful. So I wish upon you to have the ability to become extremely successful with me, like I am determined, because I listen to entrepreneurs, I read books about entrepreneurship, and I have a vision of how to get there, and it can happen. So I implore you, if you also suffered loss from this, you want to learn from this, continue to be my friend, because I'm not that dev. I'm not that fraud person. I built this with my own money, investing in a dev that did this to me. I had no control over it. And I'm willing, out of full transparency, I wish that we had access to those Telegram messages, but that's also a problem with Telegram. That I could have just taken pictures of all of them, but it's pretty evident on Fiverr. There's no way an investigation could be had that they would say that they can't link it to him, when he's the one that built all this. He erased every message except for the ones that didn't get sent. There was like a signal problem. But yeah, and I showed it earlier. He erased the message. He manually erased that last message that I sent to him that went through. Every message you erase just makes you more complicit. And I know you stole money from the Soulflare wallet. You're the only one that had the key. You're so guilty. Do you really want to spend time in jail? Because that's where you're going unless you make a full refund. You don't think that the Serbian authorities can track this to you, especially since you have an account that was verified with Fiverr? You are grossly wrong. And I'm 100% sure that the authorities in Serbia have some responsible individuals in government and their crime division that will enjoy going after scam artists like you, because you make the whole space look bad. And you have one chance to refund all that money, and it's not going to last that long, because I'm taking action today. Scammers like you never go far in life. Fuck this guy. Anyway, guys, I'm doing everything I can. I got to go back out to work, and I'm going to wait to hear from Fiverr, because I definitely need to get Fiverr to give me this guy's last name so that I can report him to authorities. And I just hope that there's justice with Fiverr. Otherwise, maybe I'll try to sue Fiverr. We'll see what happens. I could take him to small claims court. That's all I can do. I don't have money for a lawyer. I'm devastated, everyone. I'm so sorry. The one thing I have that gives me faith is God, but it's also that we have the AI tool for Ballot AI. That is the foundation of the whole utility. That has not disappeared. that I have the code for. And we have this amazing white paper. We have tremendous potential, and I have resources to learn the skills to come up from this and refund everyone every penny. I pray that you all will stick with me and we can all just, take a deep breath and grieve together, but come together with strength, knowing how we have the ability to pull ourselves back from this. If you want to learn some new skills, be part of my community. I want nothing more but to develop my own skills and help other people come with me. And I can do things like take notes, screen share the courses, possibly, although that's kind of fraudulent. They don't want me to do that. But if I take the notes and I learn it myself so thoroughly that I can teach others, and you're part of my community, you're in luck because I'm here to empower you. 100%, I'll make this happen. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Just pray that there's justice. We don't even need to pray for there's justice. God will make everything happen as it's supposed to be. And this is a learning lesson for all of us. And I promise you, I don't even need to say I promise you. It's not because you trusted me that you made any mistake. What other dev out there, like I've never been a part of a project that made personal messages of like the dev grieving. Like I've had so many projects rug on me as well. Big projects too. And the people are heartless. But I'm not that person. I have my faith in God. I have a child I'm raising to this cruel world. I have a vision to ultimately save humanity from its own destructive hierarchical governments, to restore the republic as it should be with checks and balances that are meaningful, that can give us power. And I just hope you have faith in that the reality here is, hypothetically, I'm at a loss for words. I just have so much emotion. My jaw is getting tense right now. It's like emotional. The reality, the fact that I'm exposing the ballot initiative process and seeking to educate people that have a site about it, should be enough to give you confidence. I don't want anyone having doubt in me. That's the worst, is that my reputation is harmed because I didn't do anything wrong. I did everything out of faith, paying Fiverr, the right company that's supposed to be the broker to manage these things, to make sure things are done right. And I appealed to this guy, Pitar, over and over, telling him about the value of the product. And I thought he saw with me that this would be valuable. And I can't imagine how devs will do this to people. It's not like it's just a meme coin or something. Even that's not justified. No one should be doing these kind of scams to others. It just makes the whole crypto space look bad. And this whole idea of like an impervious blockchain that can't be hacked is it has to be taken within context, because they can also make a hackable product that can't be fixed either. So bad. So anyway, that's all. I'm done. I'm done, guys. I've said everything. I know a couple people just chimed in here late. You can watch the video from the beginning. It's on all my platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, LinkedIn. All right, what else do I have? X.com. And I'm going to make a comeback, though. So I love you all. Thanks for being here. I hope to maintain you in my community, and we'll be exploring this airdrop that I'm talking about in the Telegram. That's the best thing I can do right now for people that still have some crypto. If you have anything on the Ethereum wallets, then you could potentially make a lot of money off this airdrop if you do that. And otherwise, I just say hodl and be very careful. Even the best projects like mine can get rugged. So it just makes everyone's skeptical, and I get it. So just hodl your Bitcoin. Don't overinvest in altcoins. Understand risk management. And I wish you the best. I wish you do. I hope that you're here along with me for the rest of the journey, because this project is not dead. It's just a temporary setback, and 70K is something that can be raised and can be brought back. So I hope you're here for that. I do not want to send money to wallets of people that are inactive. Although that's actually fine too, because if they never touch it, or they find one day 10 years later it's worth, tens of thousands of dollars because the money was just put in there and they held, that's cool too. So, I would send it back. I would send it back to every wallet, active or inactive. And you hear it here. I'm not going to delete this video. My integrity is on the line. This is my real name. This is the Florida State Circulator, Nicholas Guillermo. I'm going to come back from this, everyone. I got to go. I got to get back to work, at least clear my head off of this, make a little money today, pay off my credit cards, their monthly minimums as I can. And I'll be up late tonight studying. Part of me wants to just drop the petitions and live off the little bit of Bitcoin I have left to come up and get my AI skills and get my development skills fast. But if I make this petition money, I should be looking at like 2 to 3K a week if I work my ass off and I have a good spot to work. So I need to go out there and just finish the rest of the day. It's almost 8. I'd be able to work till 5 p.m. And I need to do that at least 5 days a week. I need to get like 40 hours. I can get 50 hours max, and just invest in paying off my credit card debt as a top priority, and then developing skills to make a comeback for you and all my community that were a part of this early on. And I hope I can double the amount of your original investment. Really sorry, everyone. But do take care. I'll talk to you soon. This is not the end. I will be doing more live streams about progress, about things that we can be optimistic about with every step along the way. Every success, I want you to hear about it. Every negative thing often has a silver lining. So let's just remember that and stay positive, everyone. Take a deep breath. Remember, your life has value. Even though you invested and you lost a little bit, you can make a comeback. And I just hope everybody keeps their spiritual strength and not do anything rash. Like my poor friend, Nevermind. He goes by Nevermind, LOL. Funny name. But yeah, I hope that he is in good spiritual health, because he said, I'm dead. That was my life savings. I'm just like, sad, bro. No one can overinvest in any single project. The only thing you can overinvest in is Bitcoin, and there is no way to overinvest in that. So just remember that. That's my wisdom for the day. The project's not done. I have a working project. Just remember, guys, I'm starting to get redundant because I'm at a loss of words, because I have a lot of emotions, a lot of things I'm thinking about at the same time. But I love you all. Thanks for being here. From the bottom of my heart, I plan to make this 100% back to you.